Michael is a musician, a songwriter, a frontman, and a sideman. Michael really put out so much effort and was hurting a lot. And he was hurting, I think, the whole time, and still never really showed it, and put out love and teaching, and all the time putting out some kind of effort for people to make them better. And it made him happy.
I asked Michael's friend Ron to bring the guitar that Michael used to play, even though no one's playing this guitar right now, but it seems really appropriate. One of the things I learned from a really great teacher of mine, his name is Terry Tafoya, is that when someone played an instrument, it was really important to hold the instrument and say and acknowledge, Michael is never going to play this instrument again. Other people might, but this was Michael's guitar, and it's time now to be looking at it as whoever's guitar it is. But Michael's not playing this anymore. This poem was sent to me yesterday by a friend in California who went dancing with us when we went to hear Mickey and his gig. It's not a familiar poem, it's by Rumi, but I'd like to say it, and I'm going to need to read most of it. I'm going to practice breathing. My friend Dan is here, having instructed me a lot in breathing. This says, for Michael Hendricks from Ann Riley. Love has taken away my practices and filled me with poetry. I tried to keep quietly repeating, no strength but yours, but I couldn't. I had to clap and sing. I used to be respectable and chaste and stable, but who can stand in this strong wind? A mountain keeps an echo deep inside itself. That's how I hold your voice. I'm scrap wood thrown in your fire and quickly reduced to smoke. I saw you and became empty. This emptiness, more beautiful than existence. It obliterates existence. And yet, when it comes, existence thrives and creates more existence. To praise is to praise how one surrenders to the emptiness.
Okay, good.
This is the first poem that I gave to Michael, and it's also by Rumi, and it's a poem that I have used when I've married some folks, and it's how I feel when I look around. If I see you, I will laugh out loud, or I'll fall silent, or I'll explode into 1,000 pieces. And if I don't, then I'm going to be caught in the cement and stone of my own prison. So, I will laugh out loud, because I am so delighted to see you, old friends, new friends. Or, I will fall silent, because I am so deeply touched by who you are. Or, I'll explode into 1,000 pieces, because I'm so empowered and motivated by you being here. And if I don't do that, then I will be caught in the cement and stone of my own prison. Because that's what happens when we don't really see each other.
Michael found me maybe 1992. I was playing music, and he invited me in to, he did what he did, which is he would get a job and then he put a bunch of musicians together that played the job. And I figured he was doing that before I showed up, and he kept doing it. And he just kept pulling me in, and he pulled me into that. He pulled me into a couple other bands, and we he's the guy I play music with. And Stuart's here because I needed somebody to play with, and Michael played slide behind me on this tune, and I wasn't going to do this, and then this is the tune, that it was the one I needed to do. feeling free. Won't you please read my sign, sweet gypsy? Tell me what I hope to find within me, because you can't find my sign. Please stay with me. Hey manana, 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 hey it's good to be here today. Come to the circle. All who are dear. All our relations. All of my friends. The four directions, heaven and earth. Spirit to guide us as we begin. On this beautiful August day, we gather here together to celebrate. Oh yeah, such a circle of life, such a circle of life, such a circle of this day. We sing together. Come to the circle, all who are here. Our relations, all of our friends.
Matthew and I met Michael at least 15 or 16 years ago, and remember connections through Helena, and of course here. And one of the things that's foremost in my memory was talking about connections made to the music world was all those early days of the Mammoth Bakery open mics. Anybody remember the Mammoth Bakery open mics? I met Michael, I think, at least for a second time there. I met John Flores there, I met Dennis there, I met lots of other people at Mammoth Bakery up on Main Street years ago. Music is about collaborations, and it's about connections. Carrying on the spirit of that is something I think we can all do to honor Michael and to celebrate his life. Here's a little something with Didgeridoo or Doombek. It's called Coming in Here.
go for dramatic effect.
Oh yeah, all that gray hair, look at it all fall.
All the way around again. I'm here celebrating the memory of Michael Hendricks, who was an incredible human being, and he was very thoughtful and kind, and he was a fighter to the end. He shared a lot of goodness with a lot of people. I really appreciate knowing him.
Found a co-writer, found out that even though she lived in Texas at that time, she's from Columbus.
I agree. My name is Nan Cohen, and it's an honor for me to have gotten to know Michael a little bit. I would have appreciated getting to know him even more because he had a kind of depth that I haven't found as a regular kind of experience in relating with people. And Michael had so much heart, a lot of, he knew a lot, and he had a deep humility and kindness, and I would have liked to have gotten to know him longer and better. And yet I'm grateful that I got a chance to meet him and spend some time with him. I wish his soul well. God bless him.
I was born where I'm gonna stay. Montana cowboy, please take me home. I'm lonely and need love, I don't want to be alone. I'm lonely and need love, I don't want to be. They paid paradise and they put up a parking lot with a pink hotel, a boutique and a swinging hot spot. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone? They paid paradise and they put up a parking lot. Daytime turns me on and I don't mean maybe. When it's done I run out to see my baby. We get proven when that old sun goes down.
My name's Ron, and I guess I'm probably Michael's oldest friend here. I've known Michael for 32 years, and boy did we have some stories. Well, he's missed, but it's such a great gathering for people to get together, have fun. He would like that. I met Michael in Arizona, and he was from Oklahoma, I was from Kansas. We lived together in a Volkswagen bus for off and on for a couple of years, traveled around, did odd jobs, construction mostly, and saw the world together and got to be really good friends, as so many of us back in the 70s. We always used to say that we kept a whole legion of guardian angels busy for several years. So anyway, he's greatly missed, and most of us feel like in so many ways he's still with us. He made so many contributions. He was a powerful influence in my life for the good, and I'm amazed at this and other gatherings I've been to since he got sick and after he passed away, just how many lives he has touched in such profound ways. So I'm really glad that Zava and Nikki and Beth, Linda all put this together.
is important. So we're going to set up some equipment.
Okay, this first song is one that me and my father wrote when I was 19, about 10 years ago. And I'd like to dedicate this one to him.
This poem is by Mariah, Mountain Dreamer. It doesn't interest me what you do for a living. I want to know what you ache for. If you dare to dream of meeting your heart's longing. It doesn't interest me how old you are. I want to know if you will risk looking like a fool for love, for your dream, for the adventure of being alive. It doesn't interest me what planets are squaring your moon. I want to know if you have touched the center of your sorrow. If you have been opened by life's betrayals, or have become shriveled and closed from fear of further pain. I want to know if you can sit with pain, mine or your own, without moving to hide it, fake it, or fix it. I want to know if you can be with joy, mine or your own. If you can dance with wildness and let the ecstasy fill you to the tips of your fingers and toes without cautioning us to be careful, to be realistic, to remember the limitations of being human. It doesn't interest me if the story you're telling me is true. I want to know if you can disappoint another to be true to yourself. If you can bear the accusation of betrayal and not betray your own soul. If you can be faithless and therefore trustworthy. I want to know if you can see beauty, even when it's not pretty, every day, and if you can source your own life from that presence. I want to know if you can live with failure, yours and mine, and still stand on the edge of the lake and shout to the silver of the full moon, yes! Whew. Doesn't interest me to know who you are or how you came to be here. I want to know if you'll stand in the center of the fire with me and not shrink back. Doesn't interest me to know where you live or how much money you have. I want to know if you can get up after the night of grief and despair, weary and bruised to the bone, and do what needs to be done to feed the children. Doesn't interest me where or with whom you have studied. I want to know what sustains you from the inside when all else falls away. And I want to know if you can be alone with yourself and if you truly like the company you keep in the empty moments. Thank you.
My mother!
That was Michael's daughter.
Just bring it down a little bit. Just there you go.
We're going to commandeer the stage for a moment. I know you're all expecting this lovely musicians to play, but we've decided that we needed to do a little song, and we're going to do Lean On Me for you. So. We all have pain, we all have sorrow, but in our hearts we know there's always tomorrow.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be here today if I hadn't met him, and he and this gentleman right here, Dennis, and Patrick, and myself were in a band called North Country Blues.
I won't be there no more. town, people. I was walking down Front Street. I heard everybody talking about it. And Henry's White Club. When I got there, people, I said, yes, people, you're really having a ball. Fucking children, all night long. I heard Pa talking ball. He said, let that boy boogie woogie, because it's in him, and it's got to come out.
This is a concert dedicated to my father. I love you, Dad. Peace.
Just finished the Big Grin Memorial Concert, which is in honor of Michael Hendricks, who contributed a great deal to this community by way of his music, other talents, his body work, his teaching, and the decision was to make an event for the whole community. So it's August 21st, 2005, and the number of people here, I couldn't estimate. It seemed to me at any point in time there were 50, 60 people here, sometimes 100 or 200. A memorial concert isn't an easy thing to pull off, but we did it. And everybody who worked numbered probably in the 50s or 60s. We had a great crew putting this together. My son was MC. We had a lot of wonderful music groups, wonderful vocalists. Both Michael's son Caleb and his daughter Rusha were able to get up on stage, sing, and I think Caleb even proposed to his lady love today, so that was good too. All in all, everybody said, thank you so much for doing this. And could thank you, Michael, because he was obviously helping back all of us up. So it was a great day here in Missoula.
My name is Judy Schmidt. I'm an oncologist in Missoula, Montana. And I wanted to participate in this video for Michael Hendricks. I had the pleasure of participating in Michael's care for several years. He initially came to me to obtain a second opinion regarding his leukemia, lymphoma, and treatment potentials. I felt very blessed to be able to participate in his care. Was a very good healthcare consumer. He and Zeba would carefully weigh the options that we would discuss and incorporate a number of different alternative and complementary methods to optimize his care. I think he had a much better quality of life using all these different modalities. He, like in our office, we would use some chemotherapies, some immune therapies, and he would make regular visits with his naturopath, did a lot of energy work, and I was impressed. He also actually taught my office staff Tai Chi every Wednesday for about 6-8 weeks. So he really engulfed himself in this office and the different staff members. Zeba and Michael really engulfed themselves in this office to optimize what they could get out of it. Zeba would come in and get massages on a regular basis. She was in contact with nurses on a fairly regular basis to get their feeling on different aspects of his care. And I think that really gave him a lot better quality of life. He stayed in charge of his care. I was very impressed when he and Zeba went down to Brazil and got some direct healing from some major people. And then they would honor us by bringing that information back to us and then teaching us what that's all about. How to improve the quality in our clinic in just a way of, you know, being more present, getting people into the different therapies that can also help. We got to a point in Michael's care where we chose to do no further chemotherapies. And at that juncture, we incorporated the hospice group in town, Hospice of Missoula, and I had the honor of making several home visits. I just love that. It's an opportunity. I was invited literally into Zeva's and Michael's home, see the interactions that occur between two human beings in a very intense environment. Here we have a situation where we got two healers basically, and I could feel the impotence of one not being able to heal the other, you know, that it was really, you know, each of their gigs. And then I would also go, and Zeva and several other people would come, and we'd do some journeying on Monday nights, and I would get to practice that on my own with her and with the other people, and so I could strengthen my own well-being, which goodness knows I've learned in the last 2 years is critical to being a part of this healthcare team. So that really made it special for me to be able to participate in Michael's care. I was able to contribute my information, my medical information, my technical information, and yet I was allowed to be a human being. It sets me free. This doesn't feel like a job. I go home each night and wonder why I'm so lucky to be able to do this. To be able to meet people like Michael, Zeva, every person I get to meet in this office. So, my hope is just that people really grasp onto that. That it really is their choice. Just like Michael did. Be a good healthcare consumer, decide what you want and don't want, put your energy where you want it, be intimately involved in your healthcare, and that's what we can get. Then we'll get quality of life. Then we won't suffer. So, I'm just appreciative to contribute and have known that man. My life is very much enriched. Thank you.
Honey, by looking at the bean. Can't judge one by looking at the other, and you can't judge a book by looking at the cover, baby. Can't you see? Yeah, you misjudge me. I look like a farmer, but honey, I'm a lover. You can't judge books by looking at the cover, no. By looking at the cane, you can't judge a woman by looking at a man. You can't judge one by looking at the other, and you can't judge a book by looking at the cover. No, can't you see? Yeah, look like a farmer, honey. I'm a lover. Can't judge a book by looking at the cover now. You can't judge a fish by looking at the pond. You can't judge right by looking at the wrong. You can't judge one by looking at the other, and you can't judge a book by looking at the cover, baby, can't you see? Yes, you can. I look like a farmer, honey, I'm a lover. You can't judge a book by looking at the cover now. You can't judge a book by looking at the cover, well. The Willie Dixon tune there. Thank you, folks. Love you to the bone. Whiskey make you drunk, reef make you high, a lot of other things.